Some days ago, I came across a video of a little girl in a Ghanaian school. I think it's a Ghanaian school, doing some sort of a maths competition with her peers. And this little girl was simply phenomenal. Like, she was amazing. Just in case you haven't seen the video, just let's see the video.
3, 1, minus 1, 2, 1, 5, minus 7, 2, minus 2, minus 2, 5, 3, minus 7, 3, minus 4, 8, 1, minus 9,
Do you see how
3,
focused
1,
she is?
5, minus 6, 1, minus 4, 2, 2, 1, 1, minus 2, 4, minus 1. Answer. The correct answer is 8. Now,
my favorite part of this video is seeing how calm and focused this little sweetheart was. Like, she was just, yeah. While her parents were busy, calculating with their fingers and stuff, she was doing everything in her mind. And it's amazing. It's so sweet. And another part that I love so much was that little facial expression she made at the end after she was told her answer was correct. That was really cute. So sweet. Quite honestly, if it were me, it would take me about 7 market days to solve that calculation. I mean, what was that? What sort of maths? But then if I'm being honest with myself, it's not because of some silly excuse of being born with a low IQ or whatnot. The truth is, over the years, I have made several series of bad decisions that has inevitably weakened the quality of my cognitive skills. I mean, our brains are naturally wired to come empty, like a blank paper ready to be written on. That is why we don't come out of our mother's wombs with memories of our time in there. And even if children in the womb have some kind of an awareness of their time, while they're in the womb, they somehow get a fresh start the moment they become more aware of their, surroundings. That's after they're born. So it's left to their parents and their immediate environment to shape the outcome of their lives, which includes their cognitive development. That is besides the whole, nature aspect of personality, because we have two. We have nature and we have nurture, right? Now, I'm not yet a parent, but I have helped, family members and some friends to raise quite a few children in my lifetime. Actually, my friends would usually drop off their children at my place during holidays. And when it comes to phones and gadgets and whatnot, the children know not to come to Auntie Belinda's house with phones. And we have time for everything. There's time for our morning prayers and Bible studies. There's time for cleaning up the house, exercise, shower time, breakfast time, discussion time, game time, time for painting, time for reading, time to share what we read, time for siesta. I mean, every single thing has its own time in my house. And they even know to expect gifts like rewards whenever they finish tasks, because I, make it a duty to give them something like a lollipop or something just to reinforce a good habit, encouraging them to work diligently. There's something about setting up good, healthy standards that's healthy both mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, very important for our children. I find that there's this sense of calmness, not to mention the sense of confidence they get when you put these things in place. I'm of the opinion that your children don't have to be loud and talkative to be geniuses. They don't even have to behave and dance like adults. And yes, I know dance doesn't have anything to do with this, but I had to chip it in because I do find that quite concerning when I see little children dancing like adults. Like, it makes me cringe. Now, this takes me to the issue of the day: children and gadgets. Now, I don't know who came up with the idea of giving children phones and tabs whenever they're bored or whenever they're crying, all in the name of keeping them occupied. But I know this is fast becoming a terrible pandemic. Many children now depend on these gadgets to cope with boredom. In other words, these gadgets are becoming some type of pacifiers for most children, and I find that to be quite concerning. I remember a rather disturbing video I saw sometime last year where a baby was sleeping and kind of having like some sort of a dream, and he kept using his hands, doing some kind of a scrolling on a tab gesture with his hands. It was quite disturbing for me because I knew what that meant. That habit must have eaten deep into the child's subconscious for the child to actually be dreaming about scrolling on a tab. Now, I'm not saying to completely do away with, technology or these gadgets. What I'm saying is that we should be able to regulate it properly, especially when it has to do with children. I don't care how bored you are or how loud you cry or the manner of tantrum you throw. If you're not yet 18, there's no way I'm going to hand you a phone. If you think about it, when your children cry out for these things and you just end up giving it to them, aren't you encouraging that? Like, aren't you feeding that habit when you keep giving them these phones, these gadgets, whenever they throw tantrums? For me, whenever I have my friends' children, over at my place for holidays, the only time I let them near a phone is when, during our game time. As I said, I usually have a separate time that we play games every day. Actually, we have time to play. We have time. So some game times we use phones where we play these word puzzles and stuff, and we have a number of hours. Like, we can play that for like an hour, or maybe sometimes if it's so interesting, we'll play that for about almost 2 hours kind of, and that's it. Also, I believe it helps that I'm not addicted to my phone, because children actually, they mirror behaviors that they are exposed to for a long period of time, especially when that behavior is being repeated consistently. They kind of imitate whatever it is that they see consistently. So it helps that I'm not always on my phone. Rather, they see me reading a book, maybe discussing with others in the house, painting, writing, or sometimes even sitting quietly. And even when I watch movies, I pay total attention to the movies that I watch. I'm not one of those people who watch movie while scrolling through their phones. I actually consciously got to that point where I don't do that. If you're a parent, or maybe you're a potential parent like myself, if you're watching this video, I need you to ask yourself these questions. The first question is, how is my relationship with my phone? Secondly, how is my relationship with my phone affecting my life right now? Thirdly, how is my cognitive state at the moment? Will you say that your relationship with your phone has made you smarter, or is it making you feel less smarter with a disability to focus and a weaker memory? If your answers to these questions are something that raises concern to you, then imagine the kind of environment you are probably creating for your children, or you would, for potential parents now, you would create for your children when they do come. If you're already a parent and you find that your children are not being their best selves, like that they can do so much better, but they're not, it's time to make adjustments. And yes, the adjustments begins with you. Also, if you're a potential parent, that is, you're not yet a parent, but you hope to be one someday, the best time to start preparing the right environment for your children is right now. If you find that you're addicted to your phone and you constantly find yourself making weak, bad, unhealthy decisions, it's time to make the very necessary changes. If you like for me to help give you suggestions on how you can go about that, I need you to type the word help in the comment section, and I will try to make a planned out video. Okay, so that's where we're going to stop for this video. I hope to see you in the next one. Bless you.